kings and princes started admiring Betty, including married men. Betty started getting gifts, foods, and cowries from different men. She became the envy of other maidens. But Betty was not happy. Her mother was mad, and according to tradition, she can't marry because their tradition forbids them to marry from any family who has traces of madness in their lineage. But King Akpobi, a neighboring village king, was determined to make Betty his wife no matter the circumstances. He started asking questions, calling priests and priestesses to ask the gods for a way to heal Betty's mother. King Akpobi was the wealthiest and most powerful man known in his time. It was a huge blessing for any maiden to have him as a husband. He had 3 wives, but none of them could bear him a child. Since they couldn't bear him a child, 2 of his wives packed their things and left. Luckily for them, they remarried and bore children for their new husbands. The king was left with the 3rd wife, who married him because of his wealth, but also could not give him child. The first day he met Betty, he felt something in him that told him that Betty was the woman who was going to bring joy into his life. After so much consultation, the gods finally spoke. According to the priest, the gods said only the man who truly loves Betty can help her heal her mother. King Akpobi told the priest that he was in love with Betty and willing to do anything to have her. You will take Betty's mother to the evil forest alone without any guards or protection and wash her head in a flowing river, the priest said, telling the king. The king was scared at first, but his love for Betty meant the world to him, so he became determined to help her and her mother. The priest told him it won't be easy thing because a mad person can behave strangely most times, and the evil forest is filled with evil spirits which can enter the body of Betty's mother and kill him. But the king didn't listen. He abandoned his throne and took Betty's mother into the evil forest. 7 days later, there was no sign of the king or Betty's mother. Betty was worried. Every day she would go and sit in the path leading to the evil forest. Her hopes were shattered on the 9th day when the king and her mother didn't show up. The people of Aku Kingdom were ready to kill her if their king didn't return. One rainy cold night, Betty heard a knock on the door. Her grandma listened carefully before asking her to go open the door. She refused, thinking it was villagers who had been threatening to kill her if their king does not return from the forest.
She reluctantly opened the door and saw that it was her mother and the king. She was so happy. The next day, the king announced to the villagers that he was getting married to Betty. They got married, and Betty bore him sons and daughters. This is the end of this story, dear readers. It doesn't matter what you're going through. There is a hope at the end. Just keep believing. Subscribe to my channel.